In the last 6 months, we can see that the Fulani bandits, terrorists, have become so formidable against the Nigerian state. This is the same agenda the North used when they wanted to reclaim the power from a Southern president to Nathan. Today we know that Tinubu is doing everything to unite the South, which is never the wish of the Northerns, who are the monopoly thing. They have the monopoly of the Nigerian politics. They have always boasted that the power brokers. They have always said that no Southerner will become a president if the North do not anoint him. However, we can see that Tinubu somehow deceived the North. They voted for him in 2023. However, today we can see that the major beneficiaries of his presidency are the Middle Belt and, of course, the South. And I do not exclude any part of the South. Even the Southeast, yes, indeed, are enjoying what we call the presidency of Tinubu. And let me tell you how. Now today, most of the South, our eyes have been opened that the North indeed are nothing but featherweights. If a Southerner do not support even them, if the South unite plus the Middle Belt, tell me how a Northerner will be, or how a Fulani will become a power broker in the Nigerian politics. This is what Tinubu is doing. A Tinubu we thought was going to come and at least be better than Buhari economically. However, has decided to come to say that I am going to chew the finger that fed me, because to be fair, the Northerners voted for him, but this man, they bite their finger. The North are hungry, they are unhappy. You can see them complaining, crying, all manner of tears. That Tinubu has taken their juicy positions. First and foremost, Tinubu sacked Melekiari, a Fulani man who has spent approximately 5 to 6 years. Tinubu said that let us move CBN to Lagos. They started crying, Peru the shame, dollar business is for us. This is why you'll be hearing about KFX. What does that mean? Because for over the years, they monopolize that industry, the dollar market. Also, Tinubu said, let me take NNPC away from Abuja. Let me take it to the south. He took it to Lagos. Yes, Tinubu is a selfish man. He's taking everything to Lagos. But is this not beneficiary to even an ordinary Akwa Ibom man or an ordinary Igbo man? Because we know that in Lagos State here, Igbos hold political positions. We know that in Lagos State here, Akwa Ibom all political positions, whether you like it or not, whether as advisors, whether as personal advisors, whether as even as minute as what we call councilorships. We have so many local governments in Lagos here that Igbos contribute. And also when it comes to economic discussions, there is not any Lagos state governor that can take any decision without engaging the groups of the Igbos. So you know that if Tinubu is bringing it to Lagos, you are a beneficiary. If as an Akwa Ibom man, as a Niger Delta person, you think that Tinubu is not taking the refinery to Niger Delta, but at least it is in the south. Which one is closer? At least if you follow waterways and I don't reach Lagos, I will not be so than you going to the north. This is why the north are so hungry, and we know that they are now moving so wavy. They are moving so wavy and so snaky. We can see that so many efforts are being made to ensure that they twin tackle the southern unity, that they capture and destroy every form of sanity being restored in Nigeria, which is the southern part of Nigeria. The colonial masters will never, the British Empire, I repeat, will never want the South to unite. The colonial masters will not want the Middle Belt and the South to unite. Because yes, let me tell you, the Northern Fulanis have always been a stooge of the British Empire. Whether you like it or not, when the British wanted to hand over the independence to us, they gave them the power that be. They were educated on how to hold the political structure. And ever since, they have always done that. And what were they told? They were told, keep sowing the seed of discord. Never support the two key majority tribes in the south. If you support this one today, like they did pre-colonial era and into the after post independence, the North supported initially with the Igbos, and over time they became pals since 1999 with the Southwest. You can see how they openly truncated the contract that they had in PDP. Every Northerner knows that it was the turn of the South. At least if a Peter Obi didn't get it, they should have allowed a Wike to get it in PDP, because these people have invested a lot of money in PDP. In the last election, it was reported that Okowa spent nothing less than 100 billion to fund the campaign of Atiku. Show me one northern state that spent so much money like that. And yet, Atiku was saying that let them open the ticket. Atiku, are you not aware that it is the turn of the South? Why did you say, okay, Obi, let me even hands off. Let Obi go and do the primaries with Wike. Let me hands off. Let me wait for my turn. But what they do, we know, is if you as a Southerner, if you are not ahead of them, a step ahead of them, they will eventually topple you. That's what they did for Jonathan. Jonathan was a man who was trying to appease the North. He built over 500 elementary schools. Jonathan built all the, all those roads using Schwapi. Right? He built those roads. What did they do to him? They told him he's a bloody Southerner. He has to go home. That the North must rule because Yaradua unfortunately died. And for that, even if Jonathan was doing well, they said he has to go. That they would rather have a Nigeria going to anarchy than for Jonathan to remain in 2015. In fact, the boy was saying that the blood of the baboons will be soaked on the heads of the soil. What does that tell you? Why I said when I started this program is, why are the Fulani bandits becoming just all of a sudden highly formidable? The Lakaruas were fingered to be the ones that just launched an attack in the border area of the North. We are being told now they're now even launching with drones. They are doing this as a makeup for a strategy that they will use to destabilize the government of a Southern unity. Because all Southerners agree that a Southerner must complete even from 2027 to 2021. There is no true Southerner that will tell you that if Obi does not enter, then another Fulani man should enter. No true Southerner. Unless, of course, he is a Southern.
Northern politicians, cabals, they are very, very angry that a Southern president such as Bola Ahmed Tinubu is using his own style of politics to unite Southern Nigeria against the North. Now we have two brides. We have the Middle Belt, we have the Southeast. If you think that the Southeast does not matter in the scheme of things, you are joking. Let me give you that analogy. How the Southeast is a region that you need to align with. When you talk about voters and population, we have over 50 to 60 million Southeasterners in Nigeria. Let's say 70 million Southeasterners in Nigeria spread across the geopolitical zones in the country. If an Igbo man unites and says they are not going to vote a particular presidential candidate, it will reflect in every segment of this country. They might not have that block vote as in their concentration in the Southeast region, but you will see that an Igbo man have a population in Lagos that might be able to disrupt the political structure of the indigenes in Lagos State. That is why you see threats here and there. The last election, you see threats, Omoibo. They know that these guys have the capacity to disrupt the Agbado boys, their hold to power, their dominance. They know that the Igbo population, with sentiments cut across Delta and other South states, have what it takes to disrupt the political structure built by Bola Ahmed Tinubu in Lagos State. More or less, you see Peter Obi having an edge in the last elections. You see, one more important thing is that the Middle Belt, they have spiritually and physically distanced themselves from the Arewa bloc that is controlled by the Fulani. Everything the Northerners have tried to do in the past 2 years, they have failed. They tried moving towards the southwest using religion and Sharia to infiltrate that area, they failed. They tried using Fulani headers. All the sentiment from left, right, center. You will not tell me that politicians in Northern Nigeria don't know about the activities of their brothers who are the Fulani. During the tenure of Buhari said, open the floodgates of our borders. Let these guys come in because they are our brothers. How did they get themselves flooded into Nigeria? It's because when their brother, their matron, was in power, he was the matron to Mietiala. He gave them that prominence. He gave them that freedom. And they found themselves in every nook and cranny of our forests. So that one, they are losing the battle because we have decided to keep quiet and take action. Because I'm not going to lose my life because somebody is stupid. Somebody wants to play on my intelligence. I cannot see. Now the DHQ, the Defense Headquarters, has given us additional information that these people are attacking farms, kidnapping, disrupting peaceful activities of communities in the south, the southeast, the southern part of Nigeria, and also northern Nigeria. They are foreign Fulani. This is a very vital information we will use because any foreign Fulani terrorists, we will help the security agencies do a better job So they have tried all they can. They are confused at this stage. You see, the voices that are speaking from northern Nigeria are just two voices. We have the Erufai, we have the Atiku. Now, I've said this before. Any coalition that will not bring a southern president is no go area. And I know Atiku would not want to wait because he will be that old when it is 2027. So he needs to become president at that point in time. That is why I'm hearing that Peter Obi will deputize an Atiku. See, I'm not playing into I know what the Southwest APC, I know the games they are playing. They will not be happy with that combo, but me, I look at presidency as nothing consequential. If you have good leaders, if you have the right leaders, we don't need to start zoning. If you have the right system put in place, systems that are put in place that will favor the people, we don't need to start saying from here, from there, from there. No, we don't need to start doing all those things. But because we have decided that we have agreed that we'll be deceiving ourselves and say a leader must come from a certain place, a leader must come from a certain place, let's keep on deceiving ourselves. If not, the APC are afraid, in quotes, APC boys, Agbado APC boys, are afraid of the Atiku Obi combo. But for integrity, for self-awareness and self-worth, and Obi would not deputize any northerner. I've said this, southerners, average. I did something like this the other time. Somebody was asking me, I should not say no northerner. I'm not saying no northerner. There are exceptions. When it comes to northerners, there are exceptional people that are very good, intelligent, read, professors, and all have you. I'm talking overall. Look at the examination. Look at JAM. Look at catchment areas. Look at preferential treatment given to the north and south. It tells you a lot. So you don't compare a southerner to a northerner as much as it is. Having said that, whatever coalition that is coming from northern Nigeria, they must present a southern candidate for fairness under this kind of system, since we have refused to agree that this system must be changed and take actions against it. So the North, they are perplexed over the style of politics Tinubu is playing, and it has further helped him. Look at the kind of show. I don't think Tinubu went to Anambra State to commission projects that will benefit the people. It's just show of strength and power, show of alliance, the dance and everything, all the things. When you look at all the things commissioned in Anambra State, I don't know what GDP is going to bring to that state, but however, it is just for show. It is just for uniting southern structures against any possible northern outcomes. When I started my broadcast on this Tinubu thing, I told you that number one on Tinubu's mind is become president. Number one on his mind, president. After president, expand his restructuring. And the North will do themselves the service if they ever allow Tinubu win that 2027 elections. But a southerner must win.
Welcome back, my people. See, these northern people, the way they are like doing, but the way they do their thing at times, like they are trying to even say that okay, this country belongs to them, because anytime where we say their own persons is not ruling, you get how they do one way or the other to scatter the person who is ruling, like to scatter their own tenor. Now so them they do since even when president, the former governor, the former president, President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan was ruling, they use the same style where these people they talk from inside this video. Now they use scatter Goodluck administration, but as Goodluck come out, waiting we can't face. No be Buhari enter. As Buhari enter, you get anything where we say anybody, any south or be any south is benefit from Buhari's tenure. Nothing. But now we say okay, Tinubu is ruling now. Now we say Tinubu they rule now. They won't be like okay, after Tinubu now then go come take over. Instead for them to take over after Tinubu, he better make Tinubu come back again for 2027 where we say we dey enter, instead for northern person to come back, because the kind of shege we be see for their hand. He better make northern person, like make southern person come than person from northern person to rule this country called Nigeria again, because this country will never come to their hand again because of the way they are trying to like treat people in this country, the way they want to treat people. But be say even though that they are person the way we say they suffer, nothing concern them. When we say everybody is suffer, nothing concern them. Now waiting they want they do, they won't make sure say okay that their own person now it just they empower they rule. Now their own concern be that they know they even feel for the poor where we say okay that they suffer, we the poor where we say they suffer, nothing concern them. Their own be say we dey bring a person wey be say im go fit just dey from their own side, na their own agenda be that, and their agenda now has been exposed by many people. Although una wey be say una never subscribe to our channel before, abeg make una subscribe, because we no wan make anybody like miss out our next post.